In the last lesson, we discussed addition and subtraction of polynomials. In today's lesson, we will discuss multiplying polynomials. How do we multiply two or more polynomials? In order to multiply polynomials, you must be familiar with multiplying terms containing exponents. In other words, how do we multiply exponents that have the same base? Tell me, what is x to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 3? Can you tell me just like that? X to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 3. That will be x to the power of 5 plus 3, 8. When you multiply exponents with the same basis, add the exponents. Well, we will be using that in this lesson. For example, x to the power of 5 times x to the power of 6 is x to the power of 5 plus 6, that is 11, x to the power of 11. When the bases are the same, we add the exponents. Now, you need to now practice that so that you can do it in a much faster pace. Now, to multiply a polynomial with a constant, what all you need to do is multiply every term of the polynomial with that constant. For example, you want to multiply 4 by this polynomial. How do you read it? 4 times 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. In order to multiply this, well, you know how to do this. It is, what do you call that? Distribute. What all we need to do is distribute the 4 into the terms inside the parenthesis. That is how you multiply a polynomial with a constant. So that will be 4 times 2 squared plus 4 times 3x plus 4 times negative 5. Note here that the sign of 4 is positive. So 4 times 2x squared plus 4 times 3x plus 4 times negative 5, and that is 8x squared plus 12x minus 20. You are familiar with this. I don't think that is a problem for you. How about this? Multiply negative 2x y to the power of 4 times 3x to the power of 5 y to the power of 6. You have actually done multiplication like this. What is the first thing to do? First, we use the associative property of multiplication and rewrite them or group them so that the like quantities are together. You can multiply negative 2 by 3. Then you can multiply x and x to the power of 5, the same basis. And then you can multiply y to the 4 with y to the 6. Alright, so group the factors that are alike. That will be negative 2 multiplied by 3, then x multiplied by x to the power of 4. Well, that is x multiplied by x to the power of 4. That's not x to the power of 5. Now, times y to the power of 4 multiplied by y to the power of 6. And that will be negative 6x to the power of 1 plus 4. You can see I have been carrying that mistake. This is x to the power of 1. And this is x to the power 4, not 5. I'm going to leave it like this and ask you to make that correction on your own. That is a 5, this is a 4, that must be a 4. So what is the answer equal to? That will be negative 6x to the power of 1 plus 4 equal to 5. times y to the 10. Now, let me make that correction momentarily. Now, this is not x to the power 5, that will be 4, that will be 4, and therefore that will be 5. Okay, make that correction. That will be x times x to the power 4, y to the 4 times y to the power 6. Okay, that gives you the final answer, negative 6 x to the power 5, y to the power of 10. Okay, let's move on. Another one. Multiplying a monomial by a trinomial. You see? So, again, what all we need to do is distribute this 2y cube into these terms. In other words, multiply 2y cube by every term inside the parenthesis. Alright, so how does that become? It will be 2y cube multiplied by 3y squared plus, watch here that the sign of 2y cube is plus 2y cube times 2y plus 2y cube times negative 6. Each term inside the parenthesis is multiplied by 2y cube. Alright, let's now multiply there. In order to multiply, we again rearrange them. Okay, use the associative property of multiplication. 2 multiplied by 3, and then y cube multiplied by y squared plus. In the second term, 2 multiplied by 2, and then y cube multiplied by y plus 2 multiplied by negative 6 times y cubed. Now what is this equal to? That will be 6 times y cubed times y squared is y to the power of 3 plus 2, that is 5, plus 2 times 4, 2 is 4, y cubed times y is y to the power of 3 plus 1, that is 4, minus, well, 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. That's how we get that negative sign. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12 y cubed. Multiplication is rather simple. Once you know your product rule, you see how important that product rule here is. Another one. 1/2 x squared y multiplied by 4x to the power 5 y squared plus 3x minus 6y squared. What do? Multiply each term inside the parenthesis with 1/2 x squared y. Let's do that. That will be 1/2 x squared y times 4x x to the power of 5 y squared plus 1/2 x squared y multiplied by 3x plus 1/2 x squared y multiplied by negative 6y squared. Watch the signs, very important. So 1/2 x squared y is multiplied with each of the terms inside the parenthesis. Alright, now let's multiply, group them and multiply. And how do we group them? Group the numbers first. 1/2 times 4 multiplied by x squared times x to the 5 multiplied by y times y squared. Okay, next term plus 1/2 multiplied by 3. Always pick the numbers together. What's the next one? X squared multiplied by x and then y alone. Plus 1/2 multiplied by negative 6. 1/2 multiplied by negative 6. X squared y times y squared. Okay, let's now multiply. What is 1/2 multiplied by 4? You notice 2 goes in 4 2 times. So this term now is 2x squared times x to the 5. And what is that? Well, you can also do a simplification here. 2 here goes in -6 how many times? What will be the number I'm going to write here? 2 goes in -6 -3 times. In other words, -3 times 2 is -6. Alright, so this will be now, this is 2, and x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 5 is x to the power of 5 plus 2. Y times y squared is y to the power of 1 plus 2 plus 1/2 multiplied by 3. By now you know that this 3 belongs to the numerator. So this is 3 divided by 2 times x squared times x is x to the power of 2 plus 1 times y plus. This number is now -3 times x squared times y to the power of 2 plus 1. Okay, now that is 2x to the power of 7 y cube plus 3 over 2 x cube y minus, you see, adding a negative quantity will give me a minus 3x squared y cube is the answer. Now write these down a couple of times to learn the various steps. Okay? Alright, let's go on to another one. So far we were multiplying monomials with other polynomials. You see, a single term polynomial with a binomial or a trinomial and so on. The method is simply distribute the monomial into other terms of the polynomial. Now, we will now discuss how to multiply binomials. How do we multiply binomials? In other words, a polynomial containing 2 terms is multiplied by another polynomial containing 2 terms. Multiply 2x minus 1 times 5x plus 7. There are 2 binomials here. This is the first binomial and this is the second binomial. Now how do we multiply those 2? Now look at the method we are going to use. To multiply 2 binomials, we multiply the first term of the first binomial. Look at it. This is the first binomial and this is the first term of the first binomial. So what do? Multiply the first term of the first binomial with the second binomial, with this binomial, and then multiply the second term of the first binomial with the second binomial, and then simplify. So one more time, how do we multiply a binomial with a binomial? What we do is take the first term of the first binomial and multiply it with the second binomial, and then take the second term of the first binomial and multiply that also with the second binomial. In other words, each of the terms in the first binomial is multiplied by the second binomial. I don't know whether you understood it. Let me show you how that looks. So that will be 2x minus 1 times 5x plus 7. What do? First take 2x and multiply it with 5x plus 7. There you are. 2x times 5x plus 7. And now take the -1 and multiply it with 5x plus 7. minus 1 times 5x plus 7. Alright, so take 2x and multiply it by 5x plus 7, the quantity 5x plus 7, and then minus 1 times 5x plus 7. Alright, now we distribute. You know how to do that. Distribute 2x into this parenthesis and distribute that negative 1 into this parenthesis. What will happen? That will be 2x multiplied by 5x plus 2x multiplied by 7. Right? Now multiply negative 1 with each of these. Negative 1 times 5x minus 1 times positive 7. You notice that we are multiplying by negative 1. You see, negative 1 times 5x minus 1 times positive 7. What does that give you now? That will be 10x squared. 2 times 5 is 10. X times x is x squared. 10x squared plus 2 times 7 is 14. 14x. Negative 1 times 5x is minus 5x. Minus 1 times 7 is minus 7. Okay, what is now remaining for us to do is to simplify terms containing x. Combine the terms containing x. And that will be 10x squared plus 14x minus 5x. 14x minus 5x is 9x minus 7. So that is the result. 10x squared plus 9x minus 7. Okay? So it's a very good way of multiplying binomials. You want to practice it with another example? Let's go. Multiply 5x plus 7 times 6x minus y. What's the method? First take 5x and multiply it with the quantity 6x minus y. Then take plus y. Take that sign with it. Plus y and multiply it with the quantity 6x minus y. Alright, let's do that. So this will be 5x times 6x minus y plus y. You see the sign there is this sign. Plus y times 6x minus y. And now multiply them out. 5x times 6x plus 5x times negative y, what's your signs? Plus y times 6x plus y times negative y. Okay, that will be 5 times 6 x times x minus 5 times. Now, how does this become now minus? This becomes minus because this positive quantity is multiplied by a negative quantity. So that will be positive 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 x times y plus 6 times x times y. Positive y multiplied by negative y is minus y squared. Alright, that will be 30x squared minus 5xy added to plus 6xy minus 5xy added to 6xy is positive xy. Is that right? Negative 5 plus 6 is 1. So minus 5xy added to positive 6xy is positive xy minus y squared is the answer. Another one. This time we are multiplying a binomial with a trinomial. Well, does the method change? No, the method does not change. Now we multiply each term of the binomial with the trinomial. So x is multiplied by the quantity 2x squared minus x minus 9, and then plus 3 is multiplied by the same quantity. So that will be x times 2x squared minus x minus 9 plus 3 times 2x squared minus x minus 9. Each term in the binomial is multiplied by the quantity 2x squared minus x minus 9. Alright, let's now multiply. That will be x times 2x squared, right? Plus, the sign here is plus x times negative x plus x times negative 9. I hope you can do these steps without making a mistake. Positive x, so that will be plus x times this negative x plus x times the negative 9. And now distribute this positive 3 plus 3 times 2x squared plus 3 times negative x plus 3 times negative 9. We are now ready to multiply. That will be 2x times x squared is x cubed. 2x cubed positive x times negative x is minus x squared plus x multiplied by negative 9 is minus 9x. Alright, now 3 times 2x squared is 6x squared. Positive 3 times negative x is minus 3x minus 27. And now let's combine like terms. Look at this. That will be 2x cubed plus 6x squared. Now if you notice, after x cubed I'm picking the x squared term. 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus x squared. I put the x squared terms together. And now minus 9x minus 3x minus 27. Okay, let's add this now. That will be 2x cubed, 6x squared minus x squared is 5x squared, minus 9x minus 3x. Both are negative, so add them together and use the negative sign. Minus 9x minus 3x is minus 12x minus 27, and that's the result of multiplying this binomial with this trinomial. Okay, try it out on your own, then only you know where you make the mistake. Okay, let's go to another one. Multiply a binomial times a trinomial. 7p minus 3 multiplied by negative 2p squared minus 4p plus 1. What do we do first? Take each term in the binomial. 7p is multiplied by the quantity negative 2p squared minus 4p plus 1. Then this negative 3 minus 3 multiplied by the same quantity. Let's write that down. So this is 7p times the quantity negative 2p squared minus 4p plus 1, and then minus 3 times same quantity. Okay, in the next step we distribute this 7p into this parenthesis. In other words, multiply 7p with each of the terms inside. That will be 7p times negative 2p squared plus, remember the sign before the 7p is plus, plus 7p times negative 4p, watch again the sign, plus 7p times 1. Now, next we are going to distribute the negative 3. Don't forget the negative sign. So that will be minus 3 times, this term is negative 2p squared. So minus 3 times negative 2p squared. Again, minus 3 times negative 4p. There you are. Minus 3 times negative 4p. Then minus 3 times positive 1. Alright, we are now ready to simplify each of the terms. You can now multiply. I don't think you need any additional steps here. You can say 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. Well, 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. P times p squared is p cubed. You should be able to now do that in one step. This will be negative 14p cubed. Alright, come to the next term. 7 times negative 4. 7 times negative 4 is negative 28. P times p is p squared. 7p times 1 is plus 7p. Alright, let's now look at this. Negative 3 times negative 2. Negative multiplied by negative is positive. Negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6 p squared. And negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12p. And minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. I hope you followed each of the steps. What you need to do is now rewind and watch it again. Get every step correct and do it along with me. Okay, this is now, you can now combine like terms. The first term is in p cubed. Now we write the terms in p squared. Then collect the terms in p and so on. So that will be negative 14p cubed minus 28p squared plus 6p squared plus 7p plus 12p minus 3. We collected terms in p cubed, p squared, p and the number. They are all like terms, so we can now combine them. There is only one term in p cubed. That will be negative 14p cubed. Now what is this? Negative 28p squared plus 6p squared. What is negative 28 plus 6? Negative 28 plus 6 is negative 22. So that is minus 22p squared plus 7p plus 12p is plus 19p minus 3. Okay. Another one. Multiply 1/3 a plus 1/4 b multiplied by 1/2 a minus b. Is this a challenge? Well, I know some of you don't like fractions, and I want to make use of every opportunity to refresh your memory on dealing with fractions. It's a very important concept. Okay, what do you do here? This is a binomial multiplied by a binomial. So take the first term 1/3 a and multiply that with the second binomial. Then take the second term here 1/4 b and multiply it with the second binomial. That's the method. Alright, let's do that. So that will be 1/3 a times 1/2 a minus b plus, this is the second term, plus 1/4 b times 1/2 a minus b. Is it okay? We took each term and multiplied it with that binomial. What is the next step? Distribute this 1/3 a into each of these terms. Alright? 1/3 a multiplied by 1/2 a. There you are. 1/3 a multiplied by 1/2 a. Plus, you see this is a positive. Plus 1/3 a multiplied by negative b. So, we finished multiplying 1/3 a with 1/2 a, and then we multiplied 1/3 a with negative b. Let's now go to the second term. Now, there 1/4 b multiplied by 1/2 a plus 1/4 b multiplied by negative b. Okay? Alright, let's now deal with these numbers. What is, can you tell me, what is 1/3 multiplied by 1/2? When you want to multiply fractions, multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. So 1/3 multiplied by 1/2 is 1 times 1 is 1 and 3 times 2 is 6 is 1/6. And a times a is a squared. So this will be 1/6 a squared. Alright, let's talk about each of those. Here you have only a single number 1/3, and a multiplied by negative b will be negative ab. So this term becomes minus. See, the positive will become minus because of the negative sign. Minus 1/3 ab. What does this become? What is 1/4 multiplied by 1/2? 1/4 multiplied by 1/2 is 1/8. And b multiplied by a is ab. Alright, let's write them down. So that will be 1/6 a squared, no problem there. 1/3 times 1/2 is 1/6. A times a is a squared. Now, minus, how does the negative sign come there? Because here we are multiplying a positive term with a negative term. That will make it negative. So that will be minus 1/3 ab plus 1/8 ab, and now here 1/4 b is multiplied by negative b. That becomes minus 1/4 b squared. Alright, now we need to add this. You see, they are like terms. How are they alike? Because they are both terms in ab. That means we can now add their coefficients. Now, can you add negative 1/3 to 1/8? Well, let's do that in the next step. I have told you, when you want to add a negative fraction to another fraction, make the numerator negative. So read this as negative 1/3 ab. You must read it as negative ab over 3. Do you understand that? Let me write that down for you. Negative 1/3 ab is the same as negative ab over 3, and then plus ab over 8. You see, I hope you understand this. Negative 1/3 ab is the same as negative ab over 3. ab times 1 is the numerator with the negative sign, and 3 on the denominator. And 1/8 ab is ab divided by 8. Alright, how do we add this? What is the common denominator for 3 and 8? The common denominator is 24, and watch this that I'm doing. Well, I have disturbed it, so I'm going to write that one more time. Okay, that is negative AB divided by 3 plus AB over 8. My common denominator is 24, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 is multiplied by negative AB. I get negative 8AB, followed by that plus 24 divided by 8 is 3. 3 multiplied by AB is 3AB. Now look at the way I added that. Once again, the common denominator of 3 and 8 is 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Multiply 8 with that negative AB, I get negative 8AB, plus 24 divided by 8 is 3, and multiply that 3 with the AB, I get plus 3AB. Okay, and that's what I have here. 24 and the common denominator, 8 times negative AB plus 3AB, and the others remain the same, and that will be. Now look at the way I wrote this numerator. This is a positive term 3AB, and this is negative minus 8AB. So this is negative 8AB plus 3AB, and I wrote it as 3AB minus 8AB. Is it okay? I'm sure it is. Okay, what is 3AB minus 8AB? 3 minus 8 is negative 5. So this is negative 5AB. And negative 5 will make that negative. So that will be, look at the way I wrote that. That will be minus 5AB over 24, which is negative 5 over 24AB. I want you to watch that one more time if you did not follow that. What I have simplified is this, and that is negative 5AB over 24, and that's equal to negative 5 over 24AB. Is that right? Yes, that's what the middle term is. Okay, let's move on to another one. The method of multiplying binomials can be simplified. Once you understand how to do this detailed multiplication, you can actually simplify it and do it in actually 1 or 2 steps. Now watch me do that. Multiply 2m minus 3n, the first binomial, times m plus 5n. Now remember, the method is multiply this 2m with this binomial. With the binomial means multiply this 2m with each of the terms in here. Then multiply this negative 3n with each of the terms in there. You see? Once you can do that, it'll become very simple. Alright, first multiply the first term of each binomial. 2m multiplied by... My arrow didn't come in the right place. You see, my first arrow must be here. 2m multiplied by m. 2m multiplied by m is 2m squared. So that's the first term. 2m multiplied by m. Now multiply the 2 outer terms. 2m multiplied by 5n. There you are. Well, So 2m multiplied by 5n is 2m times 5n is 10mn. Now what we actually achieved is we multiplied this 2m with each of these. We first multiplied 2m with m, we got 2m squared. Then we multiplied this 2m with 5n, we got 10mn. So we finished with 2m. Now we come to negative 3n. Multiply negative 3n with m. There you are. Negative 3n plus, and what does that give you? Negative 3mn. And now multiply negative 3n with the 5n. That's right. Multiply negative 3n plus 5n, and that is negative 3n times 5n is negative 15n squared. Now add all these. 2m squared plus 10mn minus 3mn minus 15n squared. There you are. So put all those together and now simplify. What is 10mn minus 3mn? That is 7mn. The result is 2m squared plus 7mn minus 15n squared. But you don't need to do like this if you don't understand it. You can do the same thing as I taught you early. Take each of the terms and multiply it with the second binomial. But this also is doing the same thing. Alright, let's do another one. 5x plus 7 times 3y minus 8. Now, watch me do this again. I'm going to do that in mind. Try and keep track of me. First, 5x multiplied by, let me show that, let me go to my board and show you. First, multiply 5x multiplied by 3y gives me, what is 5x multiplied by 3y? It is 15xy. And then multiply 5x by negative 8. What is 5x times negative 8? That is negative 40x. And now multiply this second positive 7 with positive 3y. You get plus 21y. And 7 is now multiplied with the negative 8. You get minus 56. Once again, multiply 5x with 3y, you get 15xy. And then 5x is multiplied by negative 8, that gives you negative 40x. So we finished multiplying by 5x. Now take 7. 7 times 3y is positive 21y, plus 7 times negative 8 is negative 56. You see, we did that in one step. Okay, let me write down that for you. Alright. Now again my arrow did not, so don't look at that arrow. 5x multiplied by 3y is 15xy. 5x multiplied by negative 8 is negative 40x. Then 7 multiplied by 3y is 21y. Alright. And then 7 multiplied by negative 8 is negative 56. And put it all together, you got 15xy minus 40x plus 21y minus 56. Okay. Well, it has been a fairly short lesson, but very important concepts in multiplying one polynomial with another polynomial. You need to practice this. You need to be very sure about it in order to understand the lessons that follow. Okay? I'm going to stop this one here and take you to the next lesson, that will be special products. And we will look at some special multiplication products in the next lesson. Okay, I will see you for that lesson in a little while.